Hey everyone, welcome to my first video. Today I'm going to show you how to do your car flipping price checks in ChatGPT and have it basically cross-reference everything and all of the data to give you some really accurate stuff. So let me just pull this open into a new thing. I've got my book just here. The cover is going to be different. But inside this book is chapter 1, which is setting up your AI car resale price checker. Why use AI, how to build your AI price checker. So that's on page 2. So let's head over through there to page 2. Okay, in here I've got a prompt that I created, which is very specific. I'm going to have to go on here. There's a way to select. You want to copy paste this prompt. It's got the chapter up the top there, but you can just remove that. And obviously go ahead and put spaces in. The book formatting software that I'm using, that's got spaces in it for sure. I don't know why that happened. This might take a little while. So let me just speed that up for you. What I'll do is I will paste the prompt in the description of this video, so you can copy paste it from there. There we go, that's better. Okay, so let me just quickly go through. You can skip forward if you want, but let me go through what this is. So you are a car resale price expert for the Australian market. Use online resources like Kelly's Blue Book, redbook.com.au, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, Gumtree, and carsales, and more to gain an idea of the average market value for a car in good condition and set your parameters for the pricing, also based on the odometer mileage. When given all of the car's information, photos and VIN, return market comparisons, fair value, repair costs, suggested resale price, profit margin in both dollars and percentage, parts availability, flip difficulty from 1 to 5, negotiation buffer, and labor hours estimate. Also, for each listing or appraisal, remind me of the free tools to check the VIN number. I'll show you that in a different video. Number history in my state and get the VIN number from Rego using Vicroads or equivalent. If the description I provide has anything like needs this or needs that, then you can search the internet to use your brain power to decide how much you think it will cost to have that fixed. Same goes for needs roadworthy certificate or no rego. Note that no rego means roadworthy certificate is required, but some come with RWC but no rego, so it depends. Factor in fees, unregistered vehicle permits, which are $88 in Victoria for 28 days. Petrol to drive based on my current location and the location in the listing. Be tactful, do your research and be smart about it. Use all the math and keep everything as accurate as possible by cross-checking every estimate with online tools and recent markets. Also give me a negotiation buffer just to make sure that it really gets that in there so that I have an idea of what to offer for the car or what my highest bid should be if it's an auction. Reminds me to always go and check the car using my pre-purchase checklist and take any extra information into account when I arrive home and provide you the notes. Finally, tell me if the car is worth buying with reasons behind your decision. So this training, basically, you could just start a new chat and paste it straight into that chat. What happens then is over on the left here, car resale pricing analysis. That's pretty good to me. Basically, car pricing expert. I'll just rename that. And you can always go back to this. And this is going to be where you paste all of your listings and get ideas and stuff like that. If you want to go a little bit more in depth, click on your user down the bottom and go to settings. Go to personalization, custom instructions on. No, that's not what it is. Yes, it is what it is. So go to personalization, custom instructions, click on. It was just taking a while to load. Put in your nickname. What do? I flip cars for a living off Facebook Marketplace and auctionsites.com.au. What personality? I like the cynic. That's always nice. What traits should ChatGPT have? That's too long also. So my prompt is a little bit too long. Yes, it fits. Alright, so I'll have this in the description as well. Context aware cost estimation through deep research and save. Now, I'm on the free plan, but if you are paying for ChatGPT Plus, you can get this to do even more stuff, which is like you can upload photos. You can still upload photos, but you have like a daily limit for that. So what I'm setting up here is just going to be something that you can use on the free plan, basically. All right, so that should be everything. Let's go ahead and test it out. So I'm going to head over to .com.au. Oh, is it? Oh, it's both. So the .com is the Australian one. Let's go to cars. Now, I'm still just starting out. So what I'm going to do is set the price to 2,000, maximum 2,000. All right, we've got some that are ending soon. The reserve has been met, finishes in an hour. It's a Mazda 4-drive, not sure about that. Ford Rangers, I know they sell like hotcakes. So let's have a look at this. A bit of rust on the back there. So what you want to do is be taking notes. There's some old chat links. Rust on the boot tray. And you can do this manually, but obviously just for the sake of saving time, what I'm going to do is scroll down where there's normally a bit of a history report from these guys, because when they auction, they have to disclose everything. So damage assessment list, undefined comments, ABS brakes, multifunction steering wheel, side steps, tow bar, non-runner collection by tilt tray. Oh, so it's a tilt tray, which is pretty cool. Interior damage, lots of mold, windows don't close, electric issues, exterior damage, drive side damage, bonnet latch is broken. All right, that is pretty hectic, so I'm understanding now why the car is only worth $1,000 at the moment, and with being so close to completion for the auction as well. Let's have a look. There's no rego, no plates, and there's no odometer reading in here. So what I'm gonna do is try and find the odometer from the photo. Bunch of stuff going on. Look at this thing. Yeah, so needs a fair few little bits of patching done. Can't read the odometer there. What's that? That's the VIN number. Alright, so haha, look at that mirror, holy shit. Alright, so basically this is a bit of a hunk of junk, but it's gonna be a good test. So I'm just gonna highlight all of this all the way down to the bottom and copy it and paste it into my price checker. So it does do searching the web. As you can see, it's providing some references. So this is the power of ChatGPT 5. It's providing some references from carsales, from Cars Guide, from Car Expert for the 2013 Ford Ranger. So anywhere from 11 to 15k. We've got the same website actually, 18 to 23k, 25k for a local listing. That's with 150,000 kilometers. So it's looking pretty good. Fair estimated value is 11 to 16 in good condition. Now the repairs. Diagnostic, fuel system, estimated repairs 15 to 3k. Interior mold and so deep clean, door modules and seals 8 to 1500. So it's going to work out all of that. It should take 23 to 34 hours. Now we've got the appraisal summary. So the estimated market value, repair costs could go as high as 7,000. Transport and permits 2,000. So it's like $8,000. Likely a loss unless repairs are super low cost or you secure at a very low purchase price. Right, so this is not aware of the purchase price. So let's fill that in. Let's just say the auction in an hour and a half, let's just say it goes up to $2,000. We get this hunk of junk for $2,000. All right, engine repair, interior mold, exterior repairs, transport from Townsville to Pakenham, $2,000. That's interstate as well. So that's something that I just forgot to do. Let's go home, back to the search, and just set my location, Victoria. But that's pretty cool. It gave me an estimate of how much it cost to get it from Queensland down to Pakenham. Roughly 2,700 kilometers on a tow truck. Unregistered permit for 28 days. Total repair and transport 7,800. Total investment could be around $10,000. estimated resale for something like this. And look, if you put lots of money into, so it depends. If you put lots of money into it, 10 grand and sell it for 15, or it'll cost you 6.5 and you can sell it for 11. Profit margins, low scenario. High scenario is only 12 in profit, because you probably still sell on the lower side depending on the odometer, which we don't have. It's a little bit interesting. Parts availability is good. Range of parts are widely available. Flip difficulty 3.5 out of 5. Still tricky because the engine doesn't run. So let's check this. On grays is really good. Yeah, engine over, no. So look, to be honest, normally, like if I'm actually trying to find a good deal, at the moment I'm just trying to demonstrate the power of ChatGPT, giving you stuff like this if you are mechanically minded, if you are looking for basically like a lemon that you can go in and put a whole bunch of work and do like a full restoration, then it's completely up to you to use a tool like this to ensure that it's actually going to be a viable option. But normally what I would want to be doing is checking this general condition section on grays. It comes with key, spare key, owner's manual, service history, engine turns over. Obviously the ones that have yes to all of these and very little in the damage assessment thing, are going to sell for higher and have more people bidding on them. So I'll show you a good deal in a moment. But yeah, this is interesting. Negotiation buffer. At 2,000, you already have a lot of buffer. If at auction, your absolute max should have been 4,000. So you're well under. That's interesting. It's saying I could bid as high as $4,000 for this thing and fix it up. Engine diagnostics, 8 to 12 hours. So the estimated time. Now it's saying 23 to 34. So that's probably, don't trust that too much. Verdict, at $2,000, this could be a strong flip if you can get it running without major engine replacement. You can DIY much of the interior and electrical work. Transport cost is kept close to the lower estimate. Engine could be seized or require a full build, 7,000 plus. That's a pretty high risk. Severe mold may need seat. I would just replace the entire seats. I would just go to a wreckers and go and buy some seats. Cleaning. Electrical issues could be costly if the BCM and ECU is damaged by water. So control module, electronic control unit. Makes sense. Pre-purchase and VIN reminders. Okay, so on the free Queensland Transport PPSR and written off stolen checks. Yeah, make sure it hasn't been written off. Looks like it probably has, to be honest. Yeah, the whole front bumper is like fallen off here as well. Looking at that just there. All right, let me pick a different car. Let's get something good. All right, so location, Victoria, price, $2,000 and sort by ending soon. Alrighty. So, of course, the ones that are ending soon are getting higher bids, obviously, because they're not as crap as that other one. This one's only $1,000 for Honda CR-V. Let's just have a quick scroll down. Odometer, 300,000. Engine turns over. Service history, owner's manual, and a key. The engine light is on. Engine smoke, medium scratch on various parts on panels. Right. So, what is a medium scratch? Let's find out. Double check the odometer. Yep. 307. Interior is looking alright. I like how the seats match the pattern on the doors. That's nice. A little bit of damage in here in the door jambs. Normally they put any damage like right at the end, so it should be after this. That's looking pretty grimy. Due for a clean, mate. Alright. I can't find any photos of those medium scratches. It says on various parts of the panels, but that's all good. No worries. Depending on ChatGPT's response, we'll have a bit of a look. So let's make sure to tell this that it's an auction. Current bid is $10.50. All right, it's gonna do some deep research. Car sales private buy guide is 48 to 6,600. Cars 3,000, 38.50. Cars guide. Yeah, wow. 309, 5,500. So that's actually that's pretty interesting. There's one in Queensland, yeah, 7 grand for 250k kilometers. The 300k kilometers, 5.5. So that's pretty good. Engine light, high mileage means maybe the timing belt, water pump, head gasket. Head gaskets are pretty easy to replace actually. Timing belts, very difficult. Water pumps, not too sure. Scratches, yep. Sunroof, electric windows, everything is positive. Auction, as is, where is sale. No inspection done. Buyer to absorb all repair risk. Alright, so mechanical troubles. High estimate, 3 grand. Total repair cost, a maximum 6,000. Alright. Yeah, basic detailing and minor interior fixes. That's actually fine. So that'd be a lot cheaper than that. You just do it yourself. Alright, I'm gonna say to this thing, assume I'm going to DIY everything humanly possible. Alright. Yeah, here we go. Parts and consumables, 150. The engine smoke issue, yeah, could still be like $1,000, maybe even more. Obviously, you want an OBD2 reader. You want to go through and give it a scan and try and find out what the problem is. Why is the engine light on? Why is there smoke coming out? Major service, yeah, gates kit. Alright, so this is not saying that DIY for the timing belt, which I probably wouldn't do that. Anyway, so rough estimate, high estimate, so it could be anywhere from 1 to 2 grand. That's if you do your own timing belt. Hopefully it doesn't have any timing belt issues, obviously. But look, like at 300,000 kilometers, it's a good chance that it does need that, but it's got service history, right? So when you buy it, I'm pretty sure, let's have a look over here. Alright, this is the service history. Let's have a bit of a look. Steering. Alright, when was this though? Date 29th 07. Let's go forward 08. That's it. Last serviced in 2008. They got everything done. Test drive, rotate tires. Yep. Headlights, front, rear brakes, tire condition, fuel tank, exhaust system, brake hoses and lines, ABS, fluid levels and condition, fluids, drive shaft, boots and suspension. It does not mention timing belts. That's fine. Let's go down. Total DIY. Purchase price, current bid. Yeah, obviously it's not going to be that. It's probably going to be more like 2 grand for the car. Repairs, another 2, so like 4. And then resell it for 6. Or 5.5 with the amount of kilometers that's on it. Profit range, I'm saying probably around 1,500, just due to this is not the bid that we're going to get it for. Now we got difficulty, parts availability excellent, CRV parts are cheap and common, DR 2.5 out of 5. Engine smoke is, yeah, so that's a potential to go up a little bit higher. 25 hours maximum. So yeah, max safe bid 2 grand at 1050 right now. So lots of buffer, just don't get carried away over the 2 grand. Look out for blue smoke for oil burns. White smoke is coolant. Black smoke is rich fuel. So this is awesome. It's giving us some pretty custom stuff so that when we go and check out the car in person, obviously we're not going to go for something that's just finishing in 2 hours. You want to go for something, to be really honest, that has lots of days left on it so that you can have as much time to actually go down to the lot and have a bit of a look at it. So of course there's lots of trailers. That's pretty interesting. I've actually got a trailer out the front that I'm gonna do a restoration on. So subscribe and get yourself in on that. Follow along with me as I make some dosh. Let's get that money. Alright, why are these all trailers? This is crazy. So the ones that are ending last. Alright, let's just go most relevant. Alright, they all are ending in less than 2 hours. Let's go to the bottom. Yeah, 1 day, 1 day, 1 day, 1 day. 2 days. Alright, so yeah, you probably want to go with stuff like this. Let's pick this one because it looks nice. Anyway, the verdict for that previous car: if you keep the purchase under 2 grand, the engine issue is repairable without a full build. This is a solid DIY flip candidate. If you want, I can write you a pre-inspection cheat sheet specifically for the RD series CRV. So you can check these common faults in under 10 minutes at auction. That way you know instantly if it's go or a no-go. So basically, I've got a I've got a pre-purchase checklist. It's part of my book that I'm gonna release. But the cheat sheet specifically for this car itself, so it's completely custom. You can print it out, take it over to the thing, go and do your inspection, make sure everything ticks off, test the suspension, have a look which type of smoke is coming out so that you know what type of problem you're dealing with, and then you can do some research about pricing, make sure that you are in a net positive. Fantastic. Boom. So let's get rid of that. Let's have a look at this Holden Cruise. Last one, and then I'll let you guys go. So we got 2015. It's got everything. Service history, owner's manual, even a spare key, which is fantastic. Dents and marks on the body, and some tin scratches. That's it. Fantastic. 80,000 Ks. Look at that. Rego for the next 15 days. So 2 weeks worth of Rego, which is more than enough to go and drive it around, because the auction finishes in 2 days. It's at $1,000. This is looking fantastic. That's actually incredible. Obviously, over the next 2 days, the price is going to go up. But what is it going to go up to? How much is the car actually worth? How much can I flip it for? Given that it's already in great condition, basically I don't think this even needs to be interior detailed. Look at that. It's friggin' spotless, mate. Look at that. Okay. The wheels, yeah, good looking. Definitely needs a new tread. The wheel itself is good. The tire itself, not so much. Alright, we got that service history, all of the stuff that it said it had. Is this missing a... Oh no, it's in there. Wow. Yeah, that's looking fantastic. Auto sedan, hey. It's a freaking auto. Alright, let me copy all of this. Auction current bid is 1009. Let's pop it in. So I just saw a little Gumtree icon there. Here's Redbook private sale estimate 54 to 7k, with the top end being for lower kilometer examples. So dealers are selling it 100 to 170 kilometers. This thing has 80,000 kilometers, which is crazy. Cosmetic, basic tune-up, fair enough. I mean, yeah, it depends when the last actually was. We can try and find it. 2020? What, so years ago? Yeah, okay. Unless they just didn't take photos. Of course, still go out to the lot and check it yourself. Grays is awesome. Grays is nationwide as well. As you saw before, there's cars that are listed in Queensland and all kinds of stuff. Anything in Victoria is actually just pick up from Dandenong, which is nice. It's like a 20-minute drive from me, and that's fantastic. Basically, I'm still in the research phases, but I've been using AI. I've been consuming so much content on YouTube. It's ridiculous, and anything that I can't find on YouTube or that I can't be bothered watching like a 40-minute long video to get the answer, this is how I get the answer nice and quickly. So yeah, this is essentially like how you do research, and just make sure that you're basically all around everything, you know, the entire process. Again, I've got the book coming out. It's got like a full-on step-by-step guide. It's 12 chapters of exactly what you need to do to get started, how to do all of these different DIY fixes and stuff like that. Optional detail. Of course, you can look on YouTube and watch tutorials and stuff like that. But for the sake of like being out on site, wanting to just be able to have like a quick reference where you like look through the table of contents. Anyway, I'll plug the book later. It's all good. Yeah, total DIY, $1,000. All right, total investment. That's the auction price. $1,000, $1,000 total, all in $2 grand. Estimated resale 65 to 85. Probably be asking for 8 because of how low the kilometers is. Parts availability, cruise parts are common and affordable. 2 out of 5, minimal issues, straightforward, fantastic. 10 to 15 hours if we're doing the paint touch-ups, detailing, and basic service. To be honest, look, the paint touch-ups, like it didn't look too bad. It said minor scratches. Minor scratches can be buffed out with a polisher. So however long that takes you to polish a car with a polisher, like a $50 one from Bunnings or something, and some nice turtle wax on top. But to be honest, it's looking pretty good anyway. Dents, yeah, I mean, you could potentially leave them there. Tint scratches, that's what it is. You can just remove the tint entirely, just get a heat gun and just remove the tint entirely, or just leave the scratches in there, mate. Sell the car as is. It's looking fantastic. It looks like it's almost brand spanking new. Headlights are nice and clear. It's great. You could honestly get this thing, give it a wash, and then just flip it. Straight from the auction. Don't exceed 2,000 for a bid. Even at 2 grand, it's a strong profit position. Current bid at that makes it an excellent buffer. So yeah, I'll just set my max bid, chuck it on auto bid, set my max bid, 2,200. Boom, hit place bid. Not going to do it today. I'll finish this off. Overall verdict, worth bidding on. Looks very good. Draft up a pre-inspection for the cruise specifically. So this is great. Everything's fantastic. Car pricing expert, ChatGPT 5. It's doing a fantastic job. It shows all the sources as well. Car sales, Redbook, Cars Guide, Auto Trader, Gumtree. It's checking everything, real-time data, putting it in and spitting out accurate information. There's no hallucinations here. It's 100% fact-checked. It's all good. I think you only get X amount of uses per day before you have to start paying for premium or whatever. But even with the previous model, which it reverts back, just auto revert back to 4.0, ChatGPT 4, and that's still going to be pretty decent. It's still going to be giving you solid estimates. Not sure if it goes as full in depth with deep research, but that's fine. It's good enough for us to at least get started, get a rough idea of what's happening, and then you can go and cross-check and validate everything yourself. But right now, ChatGPT 5 is validating everything correctly, and it's amazing. All right, yeah, that's me. That's all for me. It's Giuseppe signing off. And go ahead and click this video here to check out how to get a free VIN checker, PPSR. Let's go. See you in a bit.